Okay, you're gonna get Isabella's abridged version of what the fuck happened last week.
Love it.
That works. I love it. Go for it. Take it away, Isabella.
Alright, so we left the chapel, that's my domain, and these guys entered yet another hellscape from the Quack Doctor, aka the Phantom Surgeon. We call him the Quack, though, because he doesn't deserve to be referred to as a doctor.
AKA
Along the
Mortimer.
way, they were very... They're not the same person. On the way, Dee's holding a gun and threatening to shoot anything she sees, even though everything in this hospital is dead and cannot be killed. Someone decides to touch a wall, getting their hand fused to it, which we then have to pull them off again. We hear the creepy sound of children singing, and I tell them all to go into a room very quickly, even though that room had numbers 17 or 10. I don't remember which one. Basically, the people in that room previously had gotten killed by pool cubes. But if we hadn't managed to make it in there in time, they would have been crushed as the ceiling fell in on us. After a bit of more banter between us and the Quack, we finally, after what seems like, I don't know, 3 weeks, finally managed to find the psych ward, where upon entering we run into Nurse Johnson, who I knew from when she was alive, and she's been Frankenstein with a bunch of other people. After this lot almost gets restrained in flying straitjackets, we are now left here in the psych ward trying to figure out what the fuck to do next, because I've never made it this far. Yes, Marley.
You forgot the gauze attack.
Yes, there was a gauze attack in one of the supply rooms, where these guys thought the bright idea was to set the gauze on fire to make them stop. It worked about as well as you can expect. Oh, and I got my lighter back from Ginger, the bitch, always stealing shit from me. Did I forget anything?
I got a pretty necklace as a gift from you.
Oh, yes. Val is now the proud owner of my dear friend Dorothea's necklace. Very beautiful, very pretty. Found her diary, found some entries from the Quack, explaining about this chalice that has been in the hospital since basically the time of its making, and from the sounds of it, it was supposed to only be, like, not used for long periods of time, but what can I say? Men are stupid.
That was gorgeous. Thank you.
Thank you.
As for our players, are you ready for tonight?
We who are about to die salute you.
I would like to rehash that Ottilie's warning is real. There are things in here, given the right set of circumstances, can and will cause you to roll a new character sheet. This is your final warning. I stopped pulling bunches tonight. With that, hello, Kindred. How are we this evening?
Dead. But what else is new?
Woo!
We find,
Haunted house sometimes.
we find ourselves having just left the main atrium of the psychiatric ward, the entrance. Having walked through the doors and having just barely managed to escape the straitjackets, you walk through the doors, the psychiatric ward, from the main atrium into the hallway. The flickering and eerie glow of the lighting fixtures cast dancing shadows that seem to almost come alive, contorting into grotesque and monstrous shapes. The broken furniture and discarded items scattered across the floor have taken on rather malevolent forms, their jagged edges and twisted limbs reaching out as if to ensnare any who venture too close. The peeling paint on the walls reveal nightmarish and grotesque murals depicting scenes of suffering and torment, drawing those who see them deeper into the abyss of insanity, seemingly. Along the sides of the hallway, are what appear to be large iron cells crisscrossing bars to make sure that their occupants don't escape, most of which are still full. Within these cages, you can see all manner of things: emaciated bodies, people on fire, and bodies dripping with blood from cuts sported all over these figures. You can see people stretched out into rather odd and grotesque shapes, and you can hear people screaming for help all around you. In front of you is, again, a rather long hallway, but you can actually see the other end of this one. You can tell it kind of splits off on either side of this hallway. Once again, are doors. We open our floor tonight to the group to find out what you are doing as you attempt to move through this part of the hospital, hopefully with all of your limbs intact.
Considering things have been going not so swimmingly, I think it would be a good time to kind of see what our strengths are, what our assets are, and move forward quicker than we have been. I think we need to start relying on each other a lot more, because if we don't, it could be the end of us.
I agree.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why'd you guys bring a human if you're a group of kindred?
Human?
We
What human?
didn't bring any human.
Then what's she? She says, pointing at D.
You can't tell?
No,
She's
I'm
exactly like one of us.
yeah, I'm vampire.
Are you sure about that?
She just like kind of opens her mouth and just like extends like her fangs, if that's a thing.
Okay. You could have fooled me. I mean, you haven't used any of your supposed super vampire powers. You've been hiding behind a gun against things that are already dead.
I have salt rounds.
Yeah, and everything here is already dead. That's not gonna do shit.
Well, it's not like I have a whole lot of abilities that can be utilized against these types of things either. I'm still getting used to a lot.
Like I said, she's newish.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it seems the house is rather intent on not letting me take a peek. I've been trying, but as we all know, it didn't
Oh,
pan
you
out
too?
so great.
Oh, you too? You too? I almost had the same thing happen to me when I tried looking.
There was this one kindred that did really, really well before they got staked by the pool cubes. Where like this weird thing where supposedly nothing affected their head. Can any of you do that?
Yeah. Like,
Some
basically not get mind controlled? Sorry, what was that, Critter?
She makes a good point. Which one of you has, fortitude? And how many of you have unswayable mind? I know that's a power you fortitude users have.
I actually don't have.
I have.
Unfortunately, I am more of the variety to look behind the curtain rather than close it.
I understand that. I do. But if you're not using your fortitude, you better start using it now. and let us go, because I don't think we have much time. And if I'm not mistaken, if anything has been a track record, he's still watching us, listening to us, and we better get moving.
I know you said we don't have a whole lot of time. However, since you bring it up, if I'm able to utilize the ability to have my mind be unswayed on top of on top of the ability of seeing things ahead before they happen, possibly, or at least seeing possibilities before they happen, that might help us. If we want to find a way to allow me the time to try that.
I would recommend us not doing that in a hallway.
Agreed.
I'd
Let's
rather
wait.
not have this ceiling come down on us.
Yeah, not again.
But we don't know if there are any rooms here that aren't. This
Well,
whole thing is a trap.
how long would it take for your future? Well, that's the thing. If it's about seeing things you're not supposed to, I don't know how well that's gonna work.
It's
I'll
worth a
be
shot.
honest,
And
at this point, if you did it, I would consider what you're seeing with a very, very, very small grain of salt. And if you can do it while moving, we can guide you. You just concentrate on seeing, and we'll take care of you not bumping into things. I don't like the idea of standing here any longer than we already have.
I was actually about to say, I can, as long as I have a little bit of assistance, then yeah. Audley?
Squirrels, what about you? What can you do?
What can I do? I am strong, and I am small, and I can claw things. That's
She's
kind of all I got. So when you're talking about all these other gifts, nope, not me. But I do recommend we get the fuck going, because every time we stop, we spend an hour doing nothing and then almost die.
All right.
Let's at least walk and
Yeah,
talk.
let's walk and talk.
I am here. I am participating. I'm just waiting for something relevant to me or anyone to speak to me.
You know, Audley, I will always speak with you. Let's go.
As you start moving down the hallways towards the fork, you get about halfway, passing through the doors. Well, passing by the doors. It starts off quietly, and then it starts to grow in intensity. Just this manic laughing. It echoes up and down the hallway, louder and louder and louder, until it's burrowing into your brain. Just when you think you're going to snap from the sound of it, I need you all to roll me a willpower roll, please.
Does Isabella need to do it too, or am I like, nope, this is ghost shit, I'm used to it?
Isabella does not need to roll this.
Can I add in the unswayable mind to that roll?
Your unswayable mind, if I'm not mistaken, is a passive ability. You should always be rolling that with your mental abilities, whatever it covers.
Good to know.
So does unswayable mind do anything in this instance, or are we rolling willpower no matter what?
You add dice to
You
it?
add your
I
You
think?
extra
fortitude
dice.
rating. Yeah, you add your fortitude rating to your willpower.
So
Okay,
however many
cool.
dots you have in
Thanks.
fortitude, you add to your willpower rolls. However many dots you have in willpower, it's that plus your fortitude.
And is hunger die affecting this too, or is it just a willpower roll?
Ocean.
Unswayable mind.
Sorry, Isabella, or Lady Punnet, what were you going to say?
I think since it's a passive thing, I don't think hunger is included.
Oh,
I
Ocean,
believe.
can you confirm?
Anytime you're using the blood, yes, it is a thing.
This is not actively using the blood, it's just an automatic ability. In that case,
So
yes,
then no.
hunger would not affect this. Thank you to both of you.
Yay! I helped.
You
It's a
did.
mechanic thing.
Quick question. I
Yes.
don't have anything like fortitude. Could I back up the willpower with something like resolve?
In this case, no.
Is fortitude something that's on our sheet? Because I don't see it.
If you have it, it's going to be under your disciplines.
I believe it's from an
Oh,
OSPEC
okay.
one. It's from OSPECs. Yeah, I don't have it either.
Not all of you are going to have it. 4 successes for the Bone Collector. Thank you. Yeah, not all of you are going to have fortitude. It is a discipline ability.
For our doctor in the house.
Yep.
Wait, sorry, one more thing. So it's only doubles if you roll 2 10s, correct?
It's
Not
only,
just one.
It's only a critical if you roll 2 10s. It's only the 2 10. It's only the pairs that double.
Okay, cool. So then it is 4.
Thank you.
That'll be
Um,
6 successes for me.
I got 3 successes, and one was a 10, but it was my hunger die.
So for this, you don't actually roll hunger, so we're just going to count that as a regular dice. Because oh wait,
Okay, good.
never mind. Hold on. Yeah, this is a willpower roll, so hunger wouldn't have affected that. Which is what
Okay.
we went over. So we're just going to count that as a regular.
Okay, so yeah, 3 successes.
3, 4, 4, 6.
3 successes, 3 failures. None of them were like criticals or anything like that.
And that's just 3 successes, I believe.
You all manage to brush this off and just kind of block it out, almost like it's white noise. For the moment.
Fucking Jerry.
Jerry?
Jerry. I recognize the laugh.
Which way is it coming from?
All around you.
I was asking. Actually, I was asking Iceely, the ghost. She might know where it's resonating from.
I only ever saw him in group, so I don't know. I don't know where his room was.
So as we're moving forward through this, is there anything in particular that sticks out in terms of pathways, doors, anything that sticks out?
All of the doors look like they're reinforced. They look almost like jail cell doors. They line both sides of the hallway all the way down to the end, and everything looks the same. If you didn't know you were moving forward, you'd almost swear you were standing still.
How far away from the very end of the hallway right now?
We don't see it.
It'd take you probably about 5 minutes to get from one end to the other.
The door on the other side, what's it like? Is there like a name plaque or where we're going to next? Anything like that?
There is nothing on the walls.
I stopped.
Oh my
for a
god,
moment.
these walls are clean.
I stopped for a moment and I turned to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you know your way around a hospital, yeah?
Not this hospital.
But you can
This
tell when we're either moving or not, yes?
we just have to keep moving forward. If
Whoa.
I know the layout like it's supposed to be, this is just a fucking maze.
But it's a hospital. Something that may have indications or clues that may not stick out for the rest of us, because this is more your forte when it comes to that. Also, I would say look for anything that maybe, your history is, this is your main thing. This is what you did, yeah?
So looking around and really taking in like all the details, would I make any connections about knowledge of the hospital and how it's set up?
Roll me int plus actually, roll me wits plus investigation.
Can I help her with that? Give her an added 1 die to her pool?
I'll allow it.
In the meantime, while she's rolling that, the door at the end, that's the only door, right? There's no other way through. We have to go through that particular door.
Oh no, there's doors on both sides of the hallway. Up towards the end, it looks like the hallway splits off into left and right.
Audley.
3 successes.
So, what exactly are you trying to find?
Anything that would help me understand like the setup of this hospital, any charts, any like anything to get myself acquainted in, like just a general knowledge of the layout plus like how things are set up. Because worked in hospitals trying to figure out the lay of the land, the setup, every like little details that only I as like a doctor mind would notice compared to other people.
You do find a battered clipboard hanging on a hook outside of one of the rooms with a bunch of papers on it.
How far away is it?
10-15 steps.
They're looking at Bone Collector. There's a clipboard right there. I'm gonna try to grab it.
Audley.
Just
I just want to move forward. Literally, all I want to do is keep going.
Just checking it.
I'm gonna grab this and then we're gonna keep going because I'm also getting anxious staying in one spot. So
Unfortunately, the road ahead is forked.
Yes.
Our ghosty friend, do you remember this particular hall actually being forked?
Storyteller.
One
Does
moment.
Isabella remember this place being forked?
You grab the clipboard. You look at the page on the front. You see something about an undiagnosed mental health condition. You can't make heads or tails of what it's talking about. You do see a name pop up. One moment. Let me grab that name for you.
Just so we know, I've already picked a direction that I want to go. So just be thinking about it, maybe.
I don't recall.
Because
this
I'm
place.
already decided on the direction.
thank you, because I hate making those decisions. So thank you.
You see
This
any-
place.
I have to somehow.
You see a name repeated on that piece of paper a couple of times. A Dr. Melvin Potts. As you flip through, you're screaming behind you. You turn around to look, you don't see anything. A bunch of people laughing.
We got to keep moving.
And as you watch, the letters on the page start to rearrange themselves. And all you see is
At the clipboard, just
Let's keep moving.
let's keep moving. All right, where are we going, Audley?
This was.
Where did everyone should get a chance to chime in. The direction that
Sorry.
I want is left, but everyone talk amongst yourselves.
correct. We're going to go down the list one at a time. This is where this starts in. So we're going to start with the person at my top left, Valerie.
Well, I had asked the ghost if she remembered this hallway being forked. She never got to answer me.
Isabella?
Nope.
You don't remember it being forked, or it was never forked?
When I was alive, it was not forked.
Oh, goody.
It was a long
Fantastic.
hallway that led to the common room.
All right, then I say we just go wherever way Audley is going. At least she's moving forward.
D.
Yes. I'm letting you with Ollie on this because, like, it's like we talked about earlier. If I try to look ahead with my abilities, there's a very likely that whatever I see, if I get to see anything, I have to take with a very light grain of salt.
Isabella.
Isabella is very much out of her element right now. This is the furthest she's ever made it with any group.
Thank you. You've reached Isabella. I can't come to the phone right now. I'm too confused. Please hang up and try your call again.
Pretty much. Also, she's kind of looking around because she's like, if the people who are in this section are here, we're in trouble.
Bone collector.
Where was that clipboard? What door was that? It was a patient door, yeah?
Yes, it was.
Is there a window?
In this one, there is one of those sliding latches on this one.
I'm going to reach up and unslide it real quick and look in. Do I see anything?
You see black. You do hear voices from the inside, but that's all you have for information.
Okay. I keep moving with the group for right now.
Elizabeth.
As we start walking, I'm gonna look at our ghosty friend and ask, do you recognize the name Dr. Melvin Potts? We're walking and talking, or floating and talking in her case.
Following Marley, following Audley.
Second, Discord's being slow.
You're good. We're going to take a moment here. Gotta love that technology.
The head shrink.
Oh, we're on the right track then.
If he's the same as when he was alive, he's usually with patients.
So have we moved into the forked hall now?
You have. You've all decided to go in the direction that Audley is going. You're all moving left. This leads you once again to a long, sterile hallway with the paint peeling off of the walls, the lights flickering, and once again, those reinforced doors. These doors, instead of having bars and sliders on them, all have the slider windows.
If I were to quickly pull out a pencil, don't ask from where, and just mark the wall, just with like a little star. Does it do anything? Does it melt into it? Does it stay there?
Sorry, say that again?
If I was to like grab a pencil and like make a notch on the wall as I'm walking by, will it mark it?
You reach out to make a notch on the wall with a pencil. Make me a strength roll. Strength plus melee. That laughing seems to get a little louder.
Val, what you doing?
Your difficulty is 3.
Well, then I guess 6 successes is good.
You feel something trying to pull the pencil from your grasp.
Don't feed the walls, people. Don't feed the walls.
That laughing gets louder, and I'm going to need you all to make me another willpower roll, please.
Dang
This
it.
difficulty is 2. How many successes, Bone Collector? You got 1. Bone Collector, my dear, you can take a point of willpower loss. As this starts to etch its way in and worm its way in through your brain.
I got 2. Is that what we needed?
Yep.
D got a 3, that's a success. Ottilie got a 2, that is a success. Elizabeth got a 6, that is a success. Valerie, what did you get?
12.
That is more than enough. You guys see, so Bone Collector, paint the scene for me for a moment. Tell me what's going on with you.
As I hear that sound, the laughing, my vision blurs, almost a searing pain like a hot poker has just entered into my brain through my ear, and I'm just hurting, and I open my eyes and I'm starting to see things that aren't there, shadows that are moving. I'm seeing slight flashes of blood everywhere.
As you're looking as you're trying to make heads or tails of this, Bone Collector, you see these flashes, these images. You see what is most assuredly for you one of the most provocative women you have ever seen. A bright red dress. Walking down the hall, she turns her head to look over her shoulder at you. A moment later, stops, turns the rest of her body, and beckons you forward before disappearing in through one of the side doors.
Do any of us notice Bone Collector acting a little odd?
I was going to ask that.
Wits plus awareness for those of you that would like to check. Bone Collector, what are you doing?
Telling everyone, one moment, stay here.
The fuck we will.
Goes over to the location.
Before he moves, I'm going to put my hands on him. He's not going nowhere backwards.
Same.
Hold on. You guys need to make your rolls first.
Done. How does 7 successes do me?
That'll do it.
I got 3 successes. 2 of them are 10s.
That'll do it. Elizabeth. Elizabeth is having a couple of issues, noticing she's more looking around at the moment, trying to figure out what's going on. Ottilie. Ottilie don't give a shit, man.
Marching forward.
Like, why are we not moving? Let's move.
Okay, so Bone Collector, you tell everybody to hold on a sec and to stay here. You start moving forward. That's when Elizabeth and Dee notice you starting to walk off, having drawn their attention to you.
Oh, no, you don't.
I'm stepping in and grabbing him.
I'm grabbing him by the belt again.
Is the Bone Collector resisting?
Not physically yet.
So you stop in your tracks.
I think I found a clue.
No, you did not. You found a distraction.
Do we
need to
see
move forward, not backwards?
Do we see the lady in red?
I was going to say that I was going to use share the senses to take a look in his noggin.
Describe share the senses to me, please.
Hold on, I have to look it up. My page is being weird.
D, as far as you are aware, you cannot see the figure.
Bones, what clue?
Are you coming? Are you going to leave me waiting?
I'm still holding him by the belt, by the way.
Sorry, it's being really slow.
I
Question.
just want to look at Elizabeth and be like, do you know what's going on?
ST.
Do I ever know what's
okay.
going on?
The
I
vampire
don't know
can
what's
sense
going
through the
on.
senses of another kindred or mortal.
Is it willing or is it a contested roll?
Of course, this one's not giving me that particular thing. It's just... I can't find my PDF of the rulebook, so I'm trying to look online, and it's being a pain in the ass.
It's a difficulty 3. The difficulty goes up depending on distraction, distance, and other factors such as the amount of the user's blood that remain in the target. I don't have any of your blood in me. You have blood. I have blood in you, which is different.
Yeah.
So, what would that equal out to for difficulty then?
Difficulty 5.
You are welcome to make a roll.
You bet your ass I will. So that's what, Auspex and
Resolve plus
Resolve, yeah.
aspects.
Yeah, there we go.
By the way, ST, when she whistled, should I make another willpower roll?
Not just yet, my dear.
By the way, if this doesn't go like, I have another thing that I want to add on to this, so let's not get too far of ourselves. If I need it, there's another trick in my bag.
We go one step at a time.
I think 10 successes does the job, yeah?
Yeah. And you hear that burrowing laughter. Please make me a willpower roll. Your difficulty is 3.
7.
You succeed for the moment.
Do I just hear the laughter, or do I hear
All you-
/ see?
All you
What
hear is
see?
the laughter. That's all you can hear. It's rattling around in his brain, and it's taking up every available thought. Are you really gonna let them stop you, dearie? I had such fun things planned for us. Now you can make me a willpower roll.
Okay.
Squirrels, Doc, should we start opening doors?
That's a fail. You take a point of willpower damage.
I'm going to try to do a thing to try and get him to snap out of it. I want to try dominate. See how that goes. I might fail.
What is your roll, and what is the contested roll, please?
So, as far as I remember, I only have 1 dot in dominate, and I don't remember off the top of my head What?
ability
Oh, that.
are you attempting to use?
Oh, hold on. I don't think I got that far.
Well, you're figuring that out. Elizabeth and Audley, what are you two doing?
Wanting to keep walking.
Just,
I don't know what everyone else is doing because I failed the roll. So I'm just
Audley.
watching people trying to grab him, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? Because I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think we
But we're probably going to die now because I don't know.
I say we open doors because, like I said, head shrink prefers to hang out with patients, and what better way to find patients than going into their rooms?
Does the bone collector hear this?
you would. You guys would be close enough.
Then let's not waste any time, please. I'm just trying to get us out of here safely. And he reaches for the nearest door.
I can't find the page on the Discord that shows where we can find our source books.
One moment. Audley, what's up?
If people are struggling with Bone Collector, wouldn't it make more sense to have the people that aren't involved opening a door?
Well,
I'm
true.
currently
I mean, unless you're struggling with them and opening the door, which means you're taking two other people with you.
I was going to say that might be a bit difficult to do with me literally. I've got you by the shoulders and you are facing me, and D has you by the belt,
I
apparently.
mean, it depends how close to a wall they are with the door.
I would have made sure we were in the middle of the hallway.
Plus, it's good to let everyone participate.
I was gonna look for another clipboard. That's just me. Or look for more clues. But opening the little window.
Wouldn't you rather?
Yeah, if you can put your way in with the window.
Wouldn't you rather have a little fun? Yes, Valerie.
Well, since D has not communicated that she's trying to do the dominate thing, I'm going to make him pay attention to me. So I'm going to tell everybody, back off. I've got this. You guys make sure we don't get ganked, and I'm going to try to snap him back into it. And then we're going to do entrancement.
Hang on a second.
I literally just found what I needed to figure out what it was that I could do with my 1 point of dominate, and that's command. So, but no, that's fine.
If you want to try it, try it.
Go for it.
It's compel now.
Oh, my bad. Let me just update my character sheet again.
Charisma dominate versus intelligence resolve.
So, D, charisma and dominate. Bone collector, intelligence plus resolve, please. Highest amount of successes wins, and if that doesn't work, we'll move to Valerie and the bone collector.
Hunger dice work.
This is where a little bit of patience is required.
You said charisma and dominate for me?
Correct.
And does this involve using a hunger dice?
In this case, yes, it does.
Okay. Would I be able to add one more thing to that? Charisma, dominate, my compel, and persuasion.
No.
Damn it. Hunger dice was an 8, and then I got a 6 and a 10.
3 successes. Bone collector. 4 successes. Valerie, you are attempting.
We're going to go with entrancement.
What is your contested roll?
Just says after a contested roll. Jeez, why do they never give you all the info?
Charisma, presence versus composure, wits.
Okay, so Valerie, charisma and presence. Bone collector, composure and wits.
I'm sorry, you said presence and what?
Charisma and presence.
Don't forget, with stunning, you can add 2 more dice.
I think I have enough. So 3 10s, that would double into making 6.
So 2 of those 10s are going to double into 4, plus your extra one for a total of 5, plus any other successes.
So that's 11.
Do you even want to try for that bone collector? Yep, no, you're completely fascinated with her.
There. Now all you need to do is focus on me and try not to get us killed, and don't listen to anybody else that might come along that isn't already one of us. Okay?
Simp for our alpha male, alpha female.
That's right. Obey.
Simp for our Val queen.
I'm playing to my strengths. Okay, this is what I got.
I do believe this is where your Sugar Fangs account comes into play.
All them thirst traps.
Suddenly, Bones, you just...
We've done things with you folks. Elizabeth and Audley. These 3 are busy dealing with... those 2 are busy dealing with the bone collector at the moment. Isabella's, for the moment, come over to join you guys, I think. If I remember correctly. What are you 3 doing?
I'm looking around the hallway again using my doctor eyes to see if there's anything I notice.
Doctor vision! It's a lot like vampire vision, except you can only see medical shit.
Doctor vision, but I got a degree for these.
She's like, I'm using my stethoscope to see.
Elizabeth!
I'm in a lot of college, but I can see.
Elizabeth, what do your doctor eyes see?
My brand!
Audley, what are you doing?
Wits an investigation. Audley, what are you up to?
I am fully prepared to open the door. We know I got this. I love me some Penelope. I love me some Penelope. I love Penelope.
Maybe try to be like unseen and unheard when you open them doors.
You're with the bone collector right now.
Oh, right. I said nothing.
Let's try this door. Points to random door.
I will agree because you're accidentally my new best friend.
Yay!
Elizabeth rolled a 3. You do not find another clipboard. Audley, however...
3 successes. 3 successes.
You do not find another clipboard.
Ah!
Audley, however, goes to open a door. You pull it. And it's almost like the door hasn't been oiled in a while. Almost as if the quieter you try to be, the louder this door gets.
If the door wants to be loud, then I'm pulling it as hard as I can because bitch want to be loud, I be loud. We be loud.
Oddly, roll me a d4, please. This is your door.
Where I die.
Speaking of which,
do
I
it.
also have to roll things. Give me 1 second.
It was nice knowing you all.
You can do it.
It could be a
You
good
got
door.
this.
Maybe
I believe in
this is where they
you.
hide- Maybe this is where they hide the candy.
Ooh, candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
I was just thinking that.
Ooh, a taco. Ooh, another taco.
What did you roll, Adelie?
I rolled a 3. I already said it.
Yeah, sorry.
It did not pick up.
I didn't catch that. Sorry. That was. I want to say
Oh.
that was. We'll blame that on me because I was also looking at shit, so I might have not heard it. My apologies.
Oh, yeah. I rolled a 3, so here's hoping I only get smushed 3 times. All of a sudden, I take 3 chickens to the face, fall down.
You never know.
Death by
would be
1d4 chicken damage.
We thought of you when we created this room, and all it is just chickens everywhere.
Oddly. Oddly. My dear. You open this door, and the quieter you try to be, the louder it gets. If you try to be louder, it doesn't affect it. It just stays at that volume. See, it doesn't actually get any quieter. I need you to make me a willpower roll and hold on to that for a moment. So you open the door, you make that willpower roll, just hold on to that for a second, okay? You feel like somebody's
Holding.
put a hand on your shoulder and they are gripping it almost hard enough to, like, if you had it, cut off the blood flow. It grabs you, and a moment later you feel yourself being hauled into the room. The rest of you see the door slam shut, and oddly, you find yourself standing in another hallway. Somebody screaming up and down the place. What's your will roll?
3 successes.
That is just enough. You do not take a point in willpower damage, but the rest of your party is nowhere to be found.
Oh, joy. They said not to split up the... And then I... Death. Are there any doors in my hallway?
There are. Your hallway is lined with doors.
Is there a door at the end of the hallway, or does it just look like it keeps going?
There is a double door at the end of the hallway.
I'm going towards that.
Everybody is going to make me a willpower roll as that laughing gets louder and louder and louder. Oh, everybody except for Audley. Audley is making me a roll because you're hearing whispers. That 3 successes, Bone Collector? Because your difficulty is 4. So Bone Collector takes a point of willpower damage.
Just double checking. 4 successes, 2 of which are 10, so that's technically 5 successes, right?
If you have 4 successes, hold on. You have 2 10s, like
Yeah.
1 pair of 10s.
Yes.
That doubles into 4, plus 1 is 5, I think. How many 10s altogether?
I have 2 10s and then 2 other successes.
So your 2 10s double into 4 successes plus 2 is 6.
Okay, cool. 6.
I got that too. I got successes and 2 were 10s. Stop being loud for 5 minutes today.
4. You just barely make it, D. You think you're going to snap, but you manage to push it to the side for a moment. 6 for Valerie. Good. With Audley having disappeared, with Audley having opened the door, you guys literally watched her fly in through the door, and the door slams shut with a resounding thud.
She went that way.
I'm gonna go rush the door and try to literally rip it off its hinges.
Strength plus brawl. Actually, strength plus athletics in this case. My bad.
That's even better.
Your difficulty is going to be 6. While we're rolling that, what are Dee and Elizabeth doing?
I am going to just be like prepare to like hold on to Val so that she also doesn't get sucked through the door.
I'm still holding on to Bones by the belt. In fact, I have a bit of a death grip on the belt right now after just barely making it past that will save.
Bone collector.
I'm going to have to make a compulsion roll, and that's compulsion not to go anywhere. My compulsion, if you want to know, is in clan covetous.
Do explain.
With the beginning of Bone Collector, what was the thing he coveted most? In this case, it was this coterie. This coterie is his horde because of the clan being dragon, being Tzimis. It goes deep into the Carpathian Mountains of what is mine, no matter what. If someone or something takes what is mine, I must make a compulsion and willpower roll. Because if I don't, I take an aggravated willpower roll, or willpower damage, and considering I have only 3 willpower left, I could frenzy.
That's delicious.
The compulsion gives no mechanical plus, but I am going to be blood surging.
Please do. Make your rouse check.
And that was an 8 on the door.
You throw this door off its hinges. What was that?
The rouse check is a 0 success. He is now 3 points hungered, which gets him that much closer to frenzying anyways.
Yes, Valerie.
Once I'm gonna have to do this in steps, but as long as nothing snatches me through that door, I'm gonna have to look back and check on everybody. Do I know what? And since I'm already aware that there's something going on with Bone Collector, am I going to notice that he's getting close to losing it?
He would probably recognize, yes.
Would I know what to do to keep him from going over that?
From going into a frenzy?
Yeah.
Right now, about the only thing you can do is throw blood bags at him.
Well,
Which
I'm
I
nice and
have.
healthy and full up. Why don't we go for something a little older off the tap?
I have blood. I have the blood bags.
Oddly, we'll get back to you in just a second here.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just here. I'm over here, or in your case, over there. I'm not staying by the door that I came through though, so I'm making it harder for everyone.
Are you guys making any noise as you do all of this?
I'm assuming.
I know Valerie would have because she ripped the door off the hinges. And I'm actually going to get Audley to make me a Wits plus Awareness roll, please. Go ahead, Valerie.
I would have peered into the hall as I ripped it off. Would I have noticed anything right off the bat? Can I look back safely and make sure that everyone's still right there?
Well, see, that's where you're wrong. You don't peer into the hallway. You peer into the room beyond.
Right, yeah.
It was a hallway when Audley was ripped through the door.
But now there's no one there. It's just a room.
It's just a dark room at the moment from what you can tell.
Well, there's a loud resounding fuck. Or in this case, merde.
Blaze,
I got
what's my...
2 successes. That's it. That's all I got.
You hear a metallic clang from somewhere off in the distance coming from ahead of you.
Come from ahead?
From ahead is where you hear the metallic clang coming from. You don't know what it is. You just hear a metallic clang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm already heading in the direction of the double doors anyway. So.
Bone Collector, give me 1 second. You head through the double doors, Audley. You push them open, you walk through. About 20 paces ahead of you is the rest of your group. The rest of you looking around see her walk out of a wall.
I'm just gonna laugh really hard until they all notice me there.
Bone Collector.
What is the difficulty?
How many dice are you able to roll?
4.
For this? 4. You succeed. Congratulations.
I think Audley coming back is a reason for it.
So, what are you guys doing? We're going to go one at a time so I can get so I can get an idea of what all of you are doing. This will give you a chance to explain to me. Valerie.
I'm going to point down the hall at Audley. You, here. Then I'm going to point at Bone Collector. You have a choice, blood bag or me. Make the decision now. You 3, don't open any doors unless there's someone near you to catch something. Ball's in your court now.
So I can do whatever the fuck I want? Sweet.
D.
Out of the way! Go run and hug her. Don't leave us like that again, please. She's being squished into my chest.
Who has the blood bags?
D.
Where are the blood bags on said D's person?
Backpack.
Permission to do something. I'm asking D because I don't want to...
Okay, so this is out of character for a moment. We are asking for permission from interaction from one player character to another, and I have a feeling I know exactly what it is. and it's because he might be attempting to rip the backpack off of you. Is the player okay with this?
Yeah, is the player okay with said character doing that to said character?
So the way that I'm seeing it play out, it might be hilarious. So sure,
has
let's
nothing
see
to
what
do-
happens.
I was going to say this has nothing to do with character. This is specifically player preference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. You're just grabbing for my backpack for the blood bags, yeah? Yeah.
Bone
Well,
collector.
you're still attached to it by straps.
Yes.
Bone collector, go ahead.
Okay, so it is a strength plus athletics.
Would this be like a surprise contestant thing, or?
One success. Thank you.
It's a bestial failure it's a bestial failure, which means I'll get another point of hunger if I fail.
So describe to me what you're doing.
Okay, so is anyone holding Bone Collector at present?
No.
So I don't know if you're doing this after D goes to hug Audley or just before D goes to hug Audley.
So she releases him, right?
Yeah, she would have had to let
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So,
So
the moment
I'm actually in between the two. So I guess hallway wise, it would be you, me, D, and Arlie that way.
So as D starts heading to try to give Audley a hug, my hand reaches out, grabs the backpack, and lifts. Essentially to cut out from the bottom of the backpack.
Don't cut out from the bottom of my backpack!
And allow the bags to pop out if successful.
I'll allow it. Considering D would be caught unaware and caught flat-footed, effectively, as far as I am concerned, that would be considered an automatic success on the Bone Collector's part. We're going to move to Audley for a moment. What are you doing?
First, I'm laughing. Then I'm like, are we going to keep opening doors? Because that was fun and I'd like to do it again. That was great. That was hilarious. I want more doors, people. This is fun. Let's do it.
Fucking psychopath. Elizabeth.
I'm still just like squatted, like ready to grab Val because Val is still in front of said door that was open and void, and she did an angry rip off door, and the hospital might be like, you rip me, I rip you. So I am very prepared to just grab Val in case anything happens. Honestly, I'm kind of just like holding like shoulders anyway, just to be like, I got you, I'm here.
As you are all in the midst of your various actions, the Bone Collector with D held up high, Valerie going to apparently open a door, if I remember correctly, or standing in front of one of the doors, rather. Elizabeth kind of standing / crouching in front of Valerie, and oddly walking back down the hallway. You hear a skittering sound, almost like claws scraping at the sides of walls. It's loud enough that you won't need to roll a check for it.
Where specifically? Like multiple walls, a particular wall, up, down, to the side?
Inside the walls.
Like multiple scritches and not just from one creature? Okay, it's time to get the fuck out.
You hear scratching and scraping. Which way are you going? Behind you from the way Audley came? Or ahead of you?
Forward.
Y'all moving forward?
Apparently.
Well,
It's
the
up
bone
to-
collector is because I'm grabbing his fucking collar on the way by.
When did I have a dog collar around my throat?
Since now.
Ever since you became entranced by Valerie, it just kind of appeared there.
When really it was just D taking the belt off of him and turning it into a collar.
I am grabbing, like, I'm also, while walking, I guess, draining bags faster than a Capri Sun on...
Careful with the bags of blood. We only have 10 left.
How many are you going through, Bone Collector?
4 at least.
Okay, so we had 12 and Bone Collector went through 4, so now we have 8. We have 8 blood bags left.
Because 2 were consumed earlier by a couple people. Now we have 6.
You took 2, I took 2. That equals 10.
Oh, no, there were 16. There were 16 altogether. I gave you.
And
Not
wasn't
14.
there... So there was 3 people who took blood bags before we even entered. No, and I have to drink because it's 0.5. It's 2 per 2. I took 8.
Well, unfortunately for y'all, blood bags don't do anything for me, so do try to be careful.
No, I took 6. I took 6. That's essentially...
Just now you took 6?
Just took 6. Not 8, not 4. 6 blood bags are gone. I have
So
1
we're down
point,
to 4.
and I have 1 hunger.
You know what? I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt. From here on out, you need to start tracking your blood bags. I'm going to make a call here and say that you have 6 left.
Okay, because like when I last kept track, we were at 10, and then this whole thing would put us at 6.
Because you guys were also counting from 14, I gave you 16 to start. I'm going to give you 6 blood bags. You have 6 blood bags from this point.
Okay.
You need to keep track.
And why don't each of the 3 of us take 2 bags each? That way we have our portion now in case we need it. And everyone else is okay. We will figure out something for Val as soon as we get out of here. As needed.
So lucky I
Now
started
it's
this
gonna
full up.
get too. We want Val to be okay too.
You make your... So you guys are divvying up the blood bags?
That's my suggestion, that we did do that for 3 of us. Yeah.
Looks like they're taking it. So you divvy up the blood bags, and as you guys round a corner into another hallway, you can again hear that skittering sound, but it's not coming from inside the walls, it's coming from the other end. Let's see, just a couple of glowing eyes at the other end of the hallway.
How big?
Big enough to be a person, but it's almost like they're reflecting whatever light comes their way. You know, like when you get a cat, you shine the light on its eyes just right. This is person-sized. And it is a black shape, devoid of any features that you can see. And it starts slowly crawling on all 4s down the hallway towards you. As you watch, and it gets closer and closer, it begins to crawl up the walls, leaving gouge marks where it once was. And it moves up to the ceiling, continuing to move towards you. Its shape is indistinct and black and shadowy, even with as close as it's getting to you guys. And then it stops, and its head jerks. You can see it staring at you. You can hear a heavy breathing coming from it. It starts to make a beeline for you, and you can hear a gravelly voice. Hold on. You've come to play with us. Huh. Stay with us. We need you. For a giant gaping mouth opens, showing rows of sharp, jagged teeth on the inside. And a moment later, it lunges directly at you, mouth first. D, you were saying?
I was going to try to interrupt the thing by attempting to dominate, by compelling it to stop and either go away or stop and lead us to the shrink.
You are welcome to try.
Cool. That is charisma and dominate, yeah?
Yes, I believe so.
Cool.
Your difficulty for this? Well, make your roll.
Just to let you know, look, I only so I have 1 dot in dominate, and then for charisma, I have 2, so I only get 3 dice.
Yeah, don't bother.
Guess it doesn't work.
Your difficulty is 4.
I mean, I could do a blood surge, but that would cause a rouse check.
You're welcome to try.
Blood surging. That's a 6.
That's a success. Either way, you get your other dice. You have 4 dice. You need to roll 4 successes. May the odds be ever in your favor. Cool. You can now make me a Dex plus Athletics roll. The rest of you can choose Dex plus Athletics or Willpower.
Quick question. This thing is coming at all of us or towards...
It's lunging at all of you.
Okay, but do we each get to make a decision on what our character's doing
Yes.
around these rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can either dodge it, which is Dex plus Athletics, or you can make a Willpower roll. It's your call.
I mean, if we want to do something like what Dee's doing, if we, like for me, if I want to pop claws or something,
You can
are we going to be about...
so choose? Yeah, you can.
Okay.
D, your Dex and Athletics roll is difficulty 3.
I don't have anything in athletic. I don't have anything in athletics. Can I use survival instead?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Valerie.
For dodging, I'm currently counting my dice. That was Dex and Athletics, right?
Correct. Bone Collector.
Could you check your DMs, please?
Thank you. One moment.
So essentially that's going to be 3 rolls that I'm going to be doing. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right.
Oddly.
Okay, so I did Dex and Athletics. I got 4 successes, 2 of which were 10s. But I do want to pop claws just in case.
Okay, that's going to require a rouse check from you. And Elizabeth.
I did Dex and Athletics, so I have 2 successes.
That's a fail.
Oh, fuck.
One moment, please.
I also only got 2 successes.
That's a fail.
Shall I do mine?
Yes, please.
You guys might.
So
What's up,
I
Valerie?
used.
Hold on a sec. What's up, Valerie?
I have a lot of ones.
Are any of them hunger dice?
I don't have any hunger right now.
Bone Collector, what was your roll?
Because I did something a bit different. I went strength brawl.
You're attempting to stand and fight. Audley, what did you roll for your rouse check?
I succeeded. I got a 6.
See, you pop your claws. 6 successes, thank you.
That's the first thing. I'm
So-
going to now.
How many ones do you have?
Well, I rolled 10 die. I only had 3 successes. And there's 4 ones.
That was a dexterity plus athletics. You needed 3 to succeed. That is a success. By the skin of your teeth. Audley, you pop your claws.
Yeah.
You turn around to face this thing. As you dodge out of the way and your claws rip through the end of your fingers, it's gone. It's not there.
Manicure for nothing. Oh my goodness, rude.
Bone Collector.
I'm making a rouse check. Did I block it?
There was nothing to block.
Right, but I stood my ground.
You did.
I'm rouse checking.
For those of you that failed, you can take a point of willpower damage. That is a success, thank you.
Is that just removing a point off of willpower?
Correct. Well, you have your superficial and then your aggravated, right? So
Yeah.
your superficial is more like easily mendable. Your aggravated is more like serious internal mental damage or willpower damage, like emotional damage. So you're going to have to keep track of your
Ooh.
superficial and your aggravated
Okay.
because you have effectively 2 different tracks.
How do we... Okay, so is this like an aggravated willpower damage?
This is superficial.
Do we need to keep track of that using like a different color or something like that?
You keep track of it on your character sheet or in an extra notepad beside you if you've got it. I don't care how you keep track of it, just you need to keep track of both. So you have aggravated and superficial willpower and aggravated and superficial health. So it's not just one track, but they only give you one spot for it on the character sheet. I don't know why.
Yeah, because that makes it really confusing.
You're going to have to keep track of it somewhere.
So no matter what, we remove a dot on the willpower track, but we just keep track of what it is?
You're going to have to keep track of superficial and aggravated in their own separate, like, somehow on a notepad or on graph paper. You can fucking write it in the sky. I don't care.
How many points of superficial damage amounts to 1 point of aggravated?
You go through the superficial track and then you start it on aggravated unless it's straight aggravated damage.
Okay. And then how much do we originally start with at start of game if we are at full willpower health or full health?
That would have been decided by the character creation process. I think it was composure plus resolve.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, Audley.
How about we either keep moving or start opening more doors?
Agreed.
Bone collector, or I.
Hold on. I have one more thing I have to deal with.
Okay.
Something that I completely forgot about, because there was a door ripped off its hinges. Isabella's been fairly silent. Looking around, you can't see her for a moment.
Perfect timing for that. Oh my gosh.
Isabella? If
Did
I call
Isabella?
out if I call her name out in the hallway.
She slowly starts to flicker in front of you into view. She's missing a couple of digits.
Oh, fuck.
Stop ripping off doors! Ow! Shit.
We hurt the building, we hurt her. Remember?
Oh.
Excuse me while I die again.
Oh, you'll be fine. Get up.
Says the woman that makes it so I can't flip her the bird anymore.
Hey, I lost some digits too.
Yeah.
Maybe you can regrow them if you concentrate. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, excuse me that I don't have a bone daddy to fix all of my problems like the friggin' weird relationship you have that I hear about in confessional all the time when I was a youth. Some BDSM bullshit going on, whatever.
Hey, listen, here we don't yuck other people's yums, okay, lady? I don't judge you for your Spectre bullshit. Now let's get moving.
I'm barely legal.
Ew. So, okay, we get it. If we hurt the house, we hurt you.
Yes.
Audley,
Stop hurting the house.
don't get lost in the door so that I don't accidentally hurt the ghost friend.
Audley's been oddly silent. Audley's been utterly silent. Audley,
Yes.
you're the one that wants to keep going. The rest of them are lollygagging. What are you doing?
I want.
This is the reason I go through doors and disappear, because y'all just want to sit here and talk and hang out. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start walking towards doors.
My mistake. Elizabeth is with you.
I'm
Yes.
also with Audley.
My homie Elizabeth, who knows what we're supposed to be doing up in here. Let's
Yes,
go.
Yes, Bone Collector.
I made a rouse check.
Yes, you did.
You know what that rouse check was for, yes?
Yes, sorry. Sidetracked. Go for it.
So as everyone was in the fray and in the chaos, and I stood my ground, I'm pissed. I'm beyond pissed. I am now growing in size. I am now morphing from a human-esque to a leviathan of a person. My maw is growing with fangs larger than 3 inches now, and I am a beast. I am a horror, something only described by H.P. Lovecraft's dying wish to see. I am looking horrific, and I am roaring.
Okay.
And
Does that mean you're the one opening doors now?
I am now lumbering, not walking, lumbering towards down the hallway straight to where I think might be the next best place. And the thing is, I'm not allowed to articulate to anyone vocally what I'm doing.
All right, girls, it looks like it looks like it's been decided which way you're going. We might as well end up opening a door at the end of the hallway at this point. As long as we
Yes.
open them together, I don't really want to lose another person.
I agree, please. Oh my god, let's go.
So as we're running behind the bone collector, I'm assuming we're all running at least behind him.
Floating, but yeah.
Do I know what he's done? Like, do I know what this shape means? Like, is he basically like, am I aware, like, is he just like a mindless thing that's going to be forging forward? Or do I know that he can't communicate but can be reasoned with?
Do we need to go on break?
We are going to have to go on break in a moment
Okay.
here, yes. You can try and reason with him if you want. As to whether you know, I don't have a clue.
Horde form, I just can't physically articulate. It basically says the only vocal cord process is grunts, roars, and growls. But I am still well within my own mind.
So if
Audley,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
It's okay, Audley, go ahead.
It's fine.
Audley, you were in the middle of something.
I was just gonna start going for doors, but now this is going on and everyone's going after him, so I'm just gonna go with the group.
Bone Collector, you get to the end of the hallway, you're once again left with a right or left choice.
Bone Collector turns to Audley, points to her, and points to which way, as in trying to indicate she's the one choosing.
Left. Always left.
Okay, but
Hey,
you do
so
know we
far,
have to open doors, right? We can't just keep going down fucking hallways.
That's what, yeah, that was, yeah, but, you know, it's going with the flow.
we
We're
also
trying
can't.
not to split up the group, but at the same time, like, we do need to be opening doors.
I'm gesturing to Audley to make the choice of which door to open.
So Audley's just gonna walk up to the first one and open it. That is exactly what's, unless somebody else volunteers to be the door opener, or someone wants to grab her other hand to make sure that she's attacked.
I was gonna say, like, I will walk to the door with you because, like, your picks have been good so far, so we trust you have good instincts of which way we're going, but we can't afford to lose you again. So
Exactly. So
grabbing so that you don't
Yeah.
get sucked in.
Val and D both.
Okay. So once we turn left, the very first door I come across, that's the one that I'm going for.
and we're right there with you to make sure to grab you backwards in case you start getting pulled again.
I mean, worst case scenario, we end up back in the other hallway again. Like, according to Audley, that's all that's going to happen. Because now she thinks that all the hallways just lead to other hallways that lead back to where we were.
I mean, it's
You open the door, Audley, grab the handle, turn it, open the door. You open it, like pull it open. You are all instantly bathed in darkness. The lights go out. You can hear the screams, cries, and wails echoing up and down the hallway. I need you to make me a willpower difficulty 3. How many? I'm
3
sorry, I can't.
successes.
I'm sorry, Bone Collector. I cannot see that. Thank you. 3. 3 successes for Audley, 3 successes for Elizabeth, 1 success for Valerie, 4 successes for Dee. Anybody who rolled under 3 loses a willpower.
One of my successes was a 10.
Any of you that rolled under 3 loses a willpower.
superficial or aggravated?
Superficial for the moment. What are you guys doing as these screams grow in intensity?
Using Dee's unswayable mind, she's playing elevator music in her head. In particular, so in the audio, in like the whole like main chat thing, you know, where it says like disconnect quietly or leave the stage, mute, share screen, all that. There's a little button that has a music note on it that I noticed, and when I hit unmute music, it plays like elevator music type stuff. And I've just been playing this off and on, and it pairs so well to the other music too. But that's basically what Dee is doing with her unswayable mind, playing this kind of music in her head.
The lights remain off. Yes, Audley.
I'm gonna try and back away. Can I back away and close the door?
You bump into a wall on the other side of the hallway. It is still pitch black, and holding your hand out in front of your face, you cannot see it.
I've turned into John Cena. Oh my god.
It's almost as if the darkness from this room has now consumed the hallway that you're in. Yes, Valerie.
Can I still, like, am I still... I had a grab of... I had a hold of Audley when the lights went out. Can I still feel her? Like, do I still feel that she's there even if I can't see her?
Yes, you can feel her backing away towards the wall behind you.
When
the noise itself, it's starting to remind Val of some not happy things of before her first staking. And she's just kind of grabbing an even harder hold of Audley. If I were to use Sense Unseen, I got to pull it up real quick. What would that give me?
The place is haunted. Ghosts, spirits, beings, whatever the hell you want to call them, all around you. Isabella lights up for you a little bit. You can kind of see her outline.
I can see Isabella. But none of the rest of you and all the fucking ghosts.
I have an idea. Okay, let's try to close the door, but we can't see anything. So, Light Bright, can you come here, please, and try to help me find the door so I can close it? Light Bright? Glowworm? Oh, light of my life?
Out of context. Was Light Bright made in the 80s?
Yes.
Okay.
It was huge in the 80s.
So
I don't
big.
know. I was born in the 90s. I
Shut
didn't do research into 80s toys. Isabella, who knows what a light bright is. But good. Can Isabella see?
You see darkness.
That's when Dee brings out her lighter and lights it.
Your lighter will not light.
Okay, I can try and lead you guys to where I think the door is.
I know it's in front of me because I just opened it and backed up. So I just need a little help to get back to it. So I'm going to take baby steps forward and try not to actually go through like the threshold of the door.
Audley, wait. Audley, wait.
What?
So I tell Audley to wait, and then with my one of my longer guns, my the Remington that I still have, because it is a shotgun, I'm gonna like point that out in front of me and using it as a seeing blind stick.
Yeah.
See if I can get go for the door first.
You're seeing gun stick things through my light bright because we don't want to gun the light bright.
I will make sure not to gun the light right. I'm just trying to see if we can find door with a stick first.
I mean, I had the door and then I backed up. I just need to take the same steps forward. I can get to the door again. I just don't want to cross the threshold, so I just need the light bright to give me just enough to help me wall before I go through, because we don't want me going through again.
The stick is just in case light bright can't find it either.
Except I think I'm the only one who can see her.
Okay, can you just lead me forward then to back so I don't go through the doorway but can shut the door? That's all we're doing.
Let's give it a try.
Okay.
There's a song about certain kind of mice.
So does the stick thing work? Can we feel the door if we're just taking a few steps forward?
You can take a couple of steps forward. As I was saying, D, make me an int plus awareness roll, please. You guys take a couple of steps forward, you find the wall, you find the door frame. The door is no longer on the hinges. You, D, go to pull your rifle out and use it to poke ahead of you. What rifle are you reaching for?
My Remington 870.
The one that's no longer there.
Because your backpack got ripped off you and emptied its contents, and no one picked it up.
I would have assumed that I would have tried to like gather everything. We didn't exactly take the time to.
You never heard it hit the floor.
I should have said that I would have tried to pick up all my shit when Bone Daddy did
As
it.
the storyteller, I'm going to tell you right now, you would have never heard it hit the floor because the floor ate it.
Fuck.
You can't. So I'm going to give you guys a warning here, and then we're going to go to break because I need a moment. You can't trust anything in here. You can't trust your senses. You can't trust your eyes. And I don't pull punches. I don't tell you when shit goes wrong. I don't tell you when shit goes missing. When we come back, you guys are going to have to make a decision. I will be right back as we close out the end of this episode. BRB screen's up. Grab it. Stretch your legs. Grab a drink. Refill your snacks. I will be back in a moment.
Quick question for everybody, because I was not here when the party got together and like packed to come here. So I know we apparently brought blood bags. Some of us brought weapons that we no longer have. But